On that note,
We'll be quiet.
that's a good way to start one of our morning meetings, talking about a fifth of scotch. Good morning, everybody. It is June 11th. And I'm going to make sure my computer doesn't fall off my desk. So just bear with me a minute. So it's good to see everybody. And we will have a couple, hopefully our guest speakers. I sent out the link, so hopefully they will get it. And because that's a faux pas that I did, that one, that they don't have that. So, but welcome everybody. Remember our vision for Rotary. And a statement about value and diversity. And we are going to do some introductions of guests. I think I saw Sarah. Hi, Sarah. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Hi, yeah, I'm Sarah Hiller. I work at Co-Central Credit Union, and I'm a guest of Malinda.
Yes, welcome.
Thank you.
All right. I'm not seeing other guests yet, but they just got the link, so hopefully they're not panicked, and I will have to make amends to them somehow. Let's see. Don't forget, we've got the raffle. We didn't do it last week, so we're going to do it this week. And Guatemala. Since we've been talking about Guatemala, and I've done Pakistan, a couple of the places we've done service projects. So there's some money. Wanted to tell you that today is National Making Life Beautiful Day. And seemed fitting for us to celebrate that since Rotary does this. And June 15th is also celebrate it's Elder Abuse Awareness Day. And so I put a little bit up here about ageism, because one thing ageism does, and ageism can go both directions. It can be where you judge someone because of their being older, but also younger people get discounted for their age, or people think they don't know anything. But ageism directed towards older adults makes elder abuse much more accepted in our society, and certainly segregating people into different groups. Really, we miss out when we're segregated by age. And so I just want to thank this club for being so age diverse, and so that we all have a chance to meet people and be around people of different ages. So thank you for that. I'm looking at Rebecca's picture. I just realized, very cute picture, Rebecca. I like that. Here's someone else that probably didn't get the link unless she's smart enough to save the old one. So we'll come back. We'll see if does anyone who's here happen to have Karen's email address handy? AJ, do you want to just send her the link? She may not have planned to come this week, but I wanted to give her a spot if she was. So if not, we'll ask her to come next week. So we're going to start with some gratitude, and we're going to start with Tomas. He was chosen by somebody to do this, so you're on, Tomas.
Thank you. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Perfect. Well, I was thinking a lot about this all week, and every time I did, what kept coming back to me is just so grateful for the opportunities that I have been given throughout my life, and where it's landed me today with all of you. I just capped off by our lunch. I mean, Maggie and I had a great lunch day before yesterday. And, we're sitting there talking to each other about Rotary and just about the position that we all find ourselves in these days with, a lot of civil unrest and people disagreeing and going just so far beyond disagreeing, just, arguing, and how her and I, two people who, much different backgrounds and a lot of different viewpoints on so many things can just come together and enjoy each other so much. And so I'm really grateful for all of you and those opportunities that we have in this beautiful place that we share. And of course, I'm most grateful by far for my amazing partner and my wife. She's just an amazing person. We've grown a great family, and something that many of you probably don't know yet, and we're not really, haven't put it out there on social media or anything, but my family's expanding. So I'm really grateful for that. I'm having another child. And so that's exciting. And can you guys still hear me? Hello?
Yes, yes, we can.
Oh, okay. Sorry. My computer froze, so I can't see any of you, but I'm glad you can still hear me.
Yes.
So yes, my family's expanding. Really, really grateful for that. I get to be a father again. And I was at a graduation party last night for one of my best friend's sons, and I thought, wow, I'll be doing this again, hopefully in 19 years. So just so grateful for all the things that I'm blessed with. My family, my friends, of course, many of you in the club, all of you in the club, I should say, but many of you in the club who know me well beyond the club and are great friends, and I couldn't do it without all of you. So just grateful, like many of you. I mean, and there's not much I can say that hasn't been said through these gratitudes that I believe, we all share. So thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Tomas. Thank you so much for sharing. Yeah, I had a good lunch too. I ate something I'd never had before. It was yummy. So we're going to jump into to our Rotarian of the month, and Melinda. And Melinda, it's so good to see you in the morning.
Yeah.
I know it's tough.
Really.
And Melinda and I went back and forth on photos and thought, and slideshows and stuff, but we decided that she would just be happy to just chat a little bit. So and I think that's what people like that. So Melinda, I will give you you've got 10 minutes. You don't need to use it all.
Okay.
I will cut you off. I will cut you off in 10 minutes.
Okay. Well, I don't know that I have 10 minutes of stuff to talk about since I don't have pictures. So sometimes pictures are nice to, make it so I don't have to ramble on. But yeah, I guess a lot of you already know me a little bit. Been a member for, I think, almost 3 years now of Rotary Sunrise. But I'll just start from the beginning. I grew up in Humboldt, born and raised in Arcata. And so I went to Arcata High, and then I have moved out of the area a couple times. I went to Long Beach, Arizona, and then the Bay Area. And then I came back here and finished HSU and got my degree there. And then I've been doing property management. And then I got my real estate broker's license, and career-wise, that's what I'm doing now. I'm a real estate broker with a property management company, North Coast Rentals, and we also do sales too. So if you are looking for an agent. Anyways, so that's kind of just the gist of my career-wise. But on a personal note, what I like to do is do things that are involved with Rotary, volunteering. And with that said, I also am part of the Alzheimer's Association. I'm a committee member of the Walk to End Alzheimer's. And then I also like to work out in terms of like cycling, bike rides. Sometimes I'll do some heavy lifting, but it's not as fun. Let's see. I don't know. It's really weird to talk about myself. So I guess, I don't know. I got a new phone the other day, so that was exciting. And I'm just working a lot right now. I'm very busy. So my mind is kind of on that right now. But it's really nice to see everyone. I kind of got off track in the meetings because they were 7 a.m. at Zoom, and it was kind of a lot, but now I feel like I'm getting back in a routine, and seeing you guys is definitely a highlight of my week, among everything else that's going on and stuff. Yeah, so I guess.
Malinda, I have a question.
Yeah.
What did you get your degree in?
Business.
Oh, okay.
Business. Yeah. I part of the reason I moved away a lot was because I kept just wanting to get out of the area and see some, more than Humboldt's great, but it's also, it's a small town, so it's nice to get out. But because I kept changing my emphasis and my major, and so I would go to different schools. So in Arizona, I was majoring in geology for a split second. And then I did marketing when I was in Long Beach. And so when I went back to HSU, I was like, let's just finish. Let's just get this done. So I chose business.
Was that Long Beach State?
What was that?
Was that Long Beach State?
Oh, no, it was, no, it was like it was a tech school that actually is not around anymore. So I forget what it was, Brooks College. Yeah.
Yeah, Brooks is down there. I was born and raised in Long Beach.
Oh, okay, nice. I lived off 7th and Pine for a bit when I was there.
What I have, you say you're really busy with the business, and tell us some stories. Just tell us a few. Tell us what you do there and the stories about anything you want to share about that, because I know it consumes your life right now, and so I'm curious. What does what's the rental market looking like, and what are the challenges you're seeing, and all those types of things?
Yeah, so property management, if you're not familiar with it, I own a property management company. So people come to me to hire me to rent out their units and then manage them for a rate. And so I'm managing other people's properties. And so with that, what I do is I find renters for the properties, I keep up on the properties, and I advertise them when other tenants move out. The rental market is actually extremely crazy right now, which is, I don't think we would have predicted this with COVID happening, because the rent rates are back up because the demand is high. So rents are pretty high, back to what they typically were for a college town, which is, most of my rentals are in Arcata. And so, we piece to the students. So it's interesting right now, but there is more people looking for housing than is available. But also part of that is that a lot of people are switching to Airbnbs, and as well as a lot of people aren't moving. They're kind of that sense of uncertainty. They don't want to move from where they're at, out of their home, and try to look for something else, because either they have a lower rate or they might not find something else. So that made it so a lot of people weren't able to usually there's a lot of housing opening in the summer because the students go back home, but so people usually are trying to look for a place also during that time. So that's, yeah. And then also, though, because I am a real estate broker, I can do sales. And so I have always done property management because that's my sweet spot. I'm familiar with it. I have the experience with it. So when I wanted to get into sales, when I felt comfortable with my property management side, I wanted to get into sales. I actually have a friend, our very own District Governor, Dustin Littlefield, who does sales. And so he was looking for a broker to get back into sales. And so he's now on my license doing sales. So we, he did most of the work, but I kind of tagged along as his broker. Sold our first house just about a month and a half ago or so. And now, right now, we have another client that we're working with. So that takes up a lot of time too, because the sales market is crazy right now. And I'm sure you guys have all seen that. It's insane. So that is taking up a lot of our time, but it's what I love to do. So it's, it's not necessarily stress, it's a passion, but it's stressful passion sometimes when you get overwhelmed. But Yeah, so that's kind of my daily thing is right now we're doing, you know, trying to find renters for these other places. I also have my annual inspections. Then just general maintenance, you know, tenants reaching out for things that need some maintenance and stuff. Yeah, it's probably a long-winded answer.
No, that's good. That's good. And congratulations on selling a home. It's there's so many real estate agents out there, and the market is so tight and it's so crazy. I have friends in the business, and yeah, that could be very stressful. So, well, I'm really glad that you are getting back to coming to our meetings, and thank you for sharing with us a little bit about what you've been up to and your roots. And I really appreciate. Thank you, Malinda.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you. Nice to see you all.
Right.
Oh, I wanted to shout out. That's a Charlie Murphy original behind me.
Oh, it's too far away for us to really see it too well, but I'm going to pin you.
Looks like the ocean behind me, so.
Okay, let's do this. No, it's not going to work. Okay. Yes, everyone, we all should actually have a Charlie Murphy original. I'm going to have to get that taken care of. So did I ruin my screen, or can you still see this? Can you all see the birthdays and anniversaries?
We can see it.
Great. So we do have a few birthdays. Greg, you were talking about it earlier when I asked, but you've got your birthday coming up, and what do you have planned?
Well, yeah, my birthday is on Sunday. I'm actually be driving down later today to watch number 2 son graduate from UC Santa Cruz tomorrow with a degree in applied physics. And then I suspect we'll just be hanging out at his place on Sunday. I'm not driving back on Sunday. It's a birthday present to me, and I'm actually taking a day off, which is a very rare thing, unfortunately. On Monday, and I will be driving home on Monday. So that is expensive.
Well, that's great. Happy birthday to you. And the big year, lots of graduations in your family. So that's wonderful.
Yeah, as a reminder, we number 1 son got his teaching credential along with Lori's daughter 2 weeks ago. And so yeah, 2 graduations in 2 weeks or 3 weeks.
Awesome. And let's see, we have Lisa, you have a birthday coming up. Is this true?
I do. I'm not.
Uh-oh.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
So just a day of rest would be great for me.
Well, happy birthday. Happy upcoming birthday. We'll see you before then next week. And Carol, you also have a birthday?
Yeah, I do. I'm going to be heading to a cross-country road trip to go see family. And on my birthday, I'll be at a cabin on a lake in Minnesota. But I'm going to have a little pre-birthday party with some close friends here this weekend. So,
oh, nice.
Before we head out on our long road trip. So it'll be fun. And to see family I haven't seen in a long time, as many of us have experienced. So.
Well, happy birthday and have a fun trip, and good to get your birthday started early here. One day is not enough to celebrate. So good way to do it. Craig, are you here today? I'm looking. No, he's got a birthday coming up. We'll catch up with him too when we see him. And then we've got some anniversaries. Tomas, is this true?
So it's actually the 13th. It's this Sunday. And yeah, we're celebrating 12 years of being married, but we've been together since 2000. So 21 years of companionship. Yeah, we're going to go have brunch. My sister's actually coming into town to visit her nephews. So we got a babysitter, and we're going to go have brunch and enjoy a Sunday together.
Nice. So note to the list. I got this off of our list. We're still perfecting our information on our list. Maybe I mistyped. That's a possibility. Bryn and Jen, are you guys here today? Not seeing them. We'll go back. Craig, I see you're here. We'll go back to your birthday's coming up. You have plans already? Here he comes.
Not me.
Okay, I give up.
I'm March 5th.
I give up. Either I can't read the list right or I can't read the list right. Well, then do not celebrate your birthday again. There's no reason to have 2 in 1 year. Let's see. Okay, I'm looking at the rest of these lists and I don't know if any of these folks are here, nor do I really know if they have their birthdays. So it's potluck. Anyway, if your birthday...
Maggie, I think Janice's birthday is on the 27th.
Oh, could that be? That makes a lot more sense. And that is true, actually. So Janice's birthday is on the 27th, and we will check in with her a little closer to her birthday, and I'll get this corrected.
Janice's birthday is June. That's it.
Oh, it's the whole month. Oh, well, we better get going and get her in here and tell us how June has been for her so far. So, but she allows other people to also have their birthdays during her birth month, so it works out.
She's very egalitarian.
Yeah, she's very kind about that. All righty. Does the fellowship committee want to tell us about anything going on? Also not. There's something happening, isn't there, fellowship committee on the 27th?
Yes, there is. Details to come. Save the afternoon of the 27th. We're having a party.
Great. Thank you. We'll all be standing in the river there. All righty. So I have a picture for backpacks. This is from last week. And I know that somebody did it this week and then we're done. Is that correct?
No, last week was the last week. And we got a notice when Mike picked up the bags that was the last week. So we finished it with it and it was wonderful.
So congratulations everybody for doing this in a kind of wacky way. But we did it, and I hope everyone had a chance to participate. It's a worthwhile program, and thank you, John, for keeping the Sign Up Genius going, and Lisa for reminding us. And I think I want to give a shout out for Mike for probably being at almost every single one, if not every single one.
Where's that room?
This is at the Griffin.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, how are you? Come on down. In fact, she's there right now. So I'm gonna, let's see what's next. Oh, highway cleanup. Can we talk about the highway cleanup?
All right, yes, we can. We are having our highway cleanup tomorrow morning, and it looks like we won't have rain tomorrow. And we're gonna go from 10 to 12:30. Everybody show up at 10, and please come a few minutes early so we know how many we have and how much of the highway we can cover. And it's just a great way to do some really tangible hands-on work. And we meet out at the Humboldt Coastal Nature Center, which is now open. So that's good news. And out in Manila off of Stamps Lane. And we'll give you all your equipment and head out and make the world a little more beautiful place.
That's great. Anybody, can we kind of see how many folks are thinking about going out there so that we can get an idea?
It's hard for me to see everybody.
I got Mike, I see my hand, I see John's hand, I see Scott's hand, I see Amanda's hand and Sophie's hand.
Yay.
Carol and Howard. And so yeah, we and hopefully there'll be more too. We can do you want to send out a reminder again today, maybe?
Yeah.
It's
That'd be great.
9. You counted off 9.
So we could use a few more to cover the whole stretch, but we'll do the best we can with who shows up. And even if you can come out for an hour, that's really helpful. And just to get in and get her done. So can I send you a reminder? I guess I'm wondering how I get an email to everybody.
I have failed miserably at sending out emails this week, but Howard is good at it.
Okay.
Howard,
I'll coordinate with Howard.
Is that okay with you, Howard? Do you have time after the meeting to send that out? You're muted.
Will she send me the wording she'd like to use?
I will do that. I'll do that right away.
Okay, thanks, Carol.
Great. Thank you, guys. And this is a lovely picture. I love this picture of Cam and Lisa, so that's why sharing that. With the cute hats. So another thing I wanted to share with you is that English Express is having a GoFundMe campaign to raise some money to keep their programs going. They have had a lot of challenges during COVID. They can't meet in person, and she's been set up to teach English now to her classes on, just like this, Zoom, and they're facing a lot of challenges, but it's a great service to our community. And so if anybody is interested in helping out a little bit, they're about halfway to their goal of $5,000. And hopefully they'll make it. So I wanted to share that with you. It's a good group. Let's see. Oh, so I'm thinking, so next week is my last chance to mess up the meeting. I thought it'd be fun if we all could wear our swag since nobody's out there. We're not going to meetings. So collect all your pins and things that you have Rotarian like, and we'll see who's got, I know Terry's got the most, but figure out a way to share it and wear it. And we'll take a look at what everyone has, especially some of those unique pins that you've gotten or exchanged with other people when you've been at international events or whatever. It would be, does Scott have more swag than Terry? I don't know. I'd love to see. We'd love to figure that one out. So pull it together and let's see if we can look like our youth ambassadors here. Let's see. The international convention is now. So if you've signed up for it, it's happening, and there are a lot of good workshops and things to go to. So check it out if you haven't already. And let's see. So I ran out of doors. We've got didn't take long, but we've got a special auction item today. And I think we gave you all fair warning about this. So I'm going to, I think I see Amanda's here. And maybe Chris, we're going to let Chris say a few words about it to get it started off. There he is. Oh, we know he's the A's fan.
Well, that's what's nice about these seats is they're actually down right behind first base where the A's are going to be. It's kind of close to that area. It's row 6. One of my good customers said, "Hey, Chris, you ever need some tickets to the Giants game, let me know." And I quickly picked out the Oakland A's versus the Giants. And there's a Saturday game, starts at 7 o'clock. So plenty of time to get out of bed in the morning and drive on down to San Francisco, maybe with you and a friend or whatever, however this ends up working out. And I'm going to throw in a couple hotel stays in San Francisco area. We could make it the East Bay if you wished, or Marin even possibly, or one of the hotels in San Francisco. Go to the game at 7 o'clock. I would get there early. They have COVID. I'd like to see you have a proof of your vaccine or something, I think is part of the program. But these are fantastic seats. Nice location, A's versus Giants, 7 o'clock. Get up the next morning, hustle on back for our club party in the afternoon.
How much are these worth, Chris?
You know, if you
Where should we start bidding?
If you go online, the tickets for that area are a couple $100 each for that area. It's six rows back, right, kind of by the first base side there. I think next slide will actually show you where they are. You have to pay parking, of course, for in San Francisco, but what a great opportunity to do the A's and Giants, both, so.
Yeah, I think it is. It definitely, and then it's a hotel is also included, night's hotel included, so you don't have to sleep on the bleachers after the game. I guess they're not bleachers, they're fancy seats, but you don't have to sleep in the fancy seats.
Number of Marriott hotels over in the city, and I've got a certain amount of points I can throw at the program. There's probably about 10 different actual hotels that Marriott has. And so just contact me, whoever the winner might be, and we'll pick out a hotel together, maybe online, do a joint meeting, and we'll review the ones or something like that. So we'll include a hotel, but your incidental costs and all the activities and stuff are all up to you, but the baseline's there for to have a great time.
Well, do we have any bids for this awesome weekend in the city? I agree, Terry. This is a really great price, especially considering we haven't done anything in a long time.
One thing I wanted to add in was for parking, you can park at whatever hotel you're staying and then just Uber over to the game and/or even walk, because there is a courtyard that's very close to the park that you can walk to. So just so that you know that, you wouldn't have to pay for parking.
We're looking for a starting bid. We need date. What are the date? 450. We got a bid at 450. Chris, can you remind us what the dates are?
Yeah, it's June, I think it's 20, it's a Saturday the
26th.
26th.
June 26th. So a couple weeks to plan.
Now let's clarify. You're bidding on. We're going to sell. You're bidding on the 2 tickets, right?
2 tickets and a hotel stay.
Okay.
Is it 2 packages too? So we have one bid at 450. So if someone matches, then we would have 2. Yes. Or is it 1 package?
It's there's 2 packages.
All right, so we are at 450. Does anyone want to outbid Jeff, or is he gonna have the steal for a weekend at the?
Yeah.
It's June 26th.
Well, this is kind of interesting. We kind of thought that there might be a little more activity on the bidding, but if anybody else, maybe we move this to Maggie. What do you think? Maybe all 1 package and 4 tickets at this point, and see if there's any interest there.
Yeah, I think part of it is it's just a couple weeks away, and I know a lot of people have already made plans, but
the Giants didn't release the tickets until recently. The reason we didn't make it for the actual
right
day, so for our last final Friday. So at this point here, anybody else? We'll at this point we'll do the 4 tickets, I guess, for the end.
Well, I'm kind of wondering if I want to get a couple tickets. I guess I should pay attention to this process.
So
I think Maggie just bid. That's what I just heard.
Well, no, but I would need someone to go with me. So that's the thing. Because there's just some things you just don't take your cat to. Let's just put it that way. but I'm not sure. That's kind of coming up quick for me. So I think we might have to, oh, Sarah's checking. Sarah's checking. So we'll see.
Okay, so
Oh, Rachel's bidding.
Yeah, see, everyone has to check with whoever they might be going with. So you've got two, I mean, you've got two people at 450 at this point. So we'll let Sarah come back and tell us if she's going to outbid either one of them. And we have, yeah, we're okay. So we'll give it a minute there. Sarah, don't take too long. Da, 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 da,
I got in trouble last time I was singing that.
You did?
Yeah, I was singing it at the wrong time.
Oh.
You told me to
Sorry,
stop.
guys. Turns out we have plans already that weekend, but I wanted to just double check because my husband's a big A's fan. So thanks for waiting.
Yes, that's fine. Well, now he's going bummer, but that's all right. So yeah, I think you're good to go, Amanda.
All right, I think we're sold two. One to Rachel and one to, did I see Jeff? Jeff is on there? Yep. Does anyone want to outbid either of them? Friday morning, going once. Fun trip at the end of June, twice. I think we've sold. Two packages, $450 each.
thank you.
Thank you, Chris. That's lovely. So that goes to Rotary Foundation, which is just pushing our numbers up. Thank you very much. So I am looking at our guests are not here. They've been sent the links a couple times, so I'm not sure what happened, but there's a couple things that we can do either instead of or waiting in to see if they come. So one thing I wanted to do was what I'm thinking about is since I only have one more meeting to lead, to do this. And since we have a history of not every president, but many presidents after they leave the Rotary Club president office, they kind of disappear for a while. AJ did not do that, but some of them do. Yes. Hi, Dick, you're waving. Is that a good thing? Okay. They kind of disappear. Oh, I get it. Okay, they disappear. He's waving bye to me. So I wanted to get some ideas from all of you about like if there were one place, it could be in the world, one place that you have either always wanted to go or have gone to that you think would be a good place for me to go to, and or if it were like or maybe if it was the last trip you could take overseas or anywhere around the country to go someplace, where would you go?
Maggie?
Yeah.
If you like national parks, number one, if you don't mind driving, the national parks in Utah are incredible.
Okay.
Arches, it's just unbelievably incredible. I can show you a book of photographs that I took when we went on our trip.
Very cool. Anybody else? Where would you go?
Japan.
Japan. Any particular place in Japan or just everywhere?
Kyoto and Osaka, and some place that has hot baths called onsen.
Okay, that sounds good. And I've got here Canyon Lands. Where's that, Jeff?
It's in Utah. So there's arches, there's canyonlands. Yeah, Colorado and Utah are just phenomenal. So I would spend my time between the two states.
Okay. And Stephanie, you suggest Vietnam.
It's on the top of my list for the next international trip I go on. Every picture I've seen has been so beautiful, and every Vietnamese person I've met has been so lovely. So it's just a country that's always made me want to go check it out.
I second Vietnam. I've been there twice. I would go there again too.
All right. Sounds good. And Switzerland, Lori's got Switzerland. Is there a part of Switzerland you really enjoy?
Haven't been there yet. Don't know.
Oh, okay.
On my bucket list.
On your bucket list. And
Maggie, have you ever done a cruise?
No.
Yes.
There are some incredible cruises that I've been on that I could recommend, depending on where in the world you want to go. Western Mediterranean, Baltic. Probably the best cruise that I ever did was Antarctica and Patagonia.
Okay. Yeah, I have had my ups and downs about the cruise idea, and then of course my worst fears were recognized with COVID. But anyway, most cruises go fine and there's no problems. I understand that. Rebecca, great. You would visit Humboldt because you love it here. That's a great answer. Banff. Karen, have you been there, or do you just think it'd be fun to go there?
I was there and it was absolutely stunning, and I would recommend it. I would love to go again.
Okay, okay. And Korea? Claire, have you been to Korea?
Only accidentally. We were going to Myanmar and missed the flight from Korea to Myanmar. So we stayed in Korea for a couple days, and it was beautiful, very hospitable, so much culture. I'd love to go back and spend more time.
Nice. Do it on purpose, huh?
Yeah.
Well, I'll throw in Luang Prabang, which is in Laos, and you'll be able to visit the school that our club built in a nearby village.
Howard, is that the place you went on a bike tour?
Yes.
Yeah.
You'll be able to take a bike tour as well in the mountains of Laos, and I could get you in contact with the guide for the bicycle trip.
Wow. Okay. And Barbara, that's a great idea to take the train to Colorado and rent a car, because then you're kind of not, one, you're not on too long of a train ride since our trains never run on time, but you don't have to drive all the way there. I like that. That's a good mix. Belize, Melinda, have you been to Belize?
Yes, we actually went with Rachel for her 30th birthday. So just, yeah, a couple years ago. I don't know how old she is, but yeah, it's amazing. I would definitely recommend it. Go inland and then do some of the Key Cocker too. And it's very reasonable, but I want to go back. So.
Yeah. And Ian's telling me that I can't go until July 2022. Oh, and Southeast Asia. Wow, Greg, that's a big agenda, but you probably could have covered it in your trip. Have you been there? You've been to parts of it, right?
Yes, Thailand a few times, but I would like to do start up north in Vietnam, work down through Cambodia, Siem Reap, and then back into Thailand.
Yeah, and Karen had to leave. Thank you, Karen. Let's see, any other comments here? Well, that's a lot of good places, and it will take me a while to cover them all, but I think it's thank you for the list. I think I'll start with Rebecca's because it's easiest. I'll just wander about Humboldt County, and but not at 7 o'clock on Friday morning. Chances are I'll either be sleeping or at this meeting. So don't worry, Ian. I'll be around. I'll be around. Thank you for that. So we're going to jump into, let's see. Let's do our raffle.
All right, everybody. Since we skipped the raffle last week, it's just going to roll over. So whoever sent money last week, you have extra chances to win this week. Our top prize is 110, and let's see if we can get that. And I just realized that I left the balls in another room, so I'll have to grab them. First winner will be Dick, and I'll be right back.
Oh, goodness. So I'm looking to pull something up while he's doing that, but he'll be quick. So I'll get this ready for him afterwards. Let's see.
Good thing my house is not that big. All right. So here we go. There's only a few chances left. So let's see. Dick, you get $5. Well, this one's blank for some reason, but you get $5. I'll send that to you. And through Venmo, and let's do one more. And sorry, Rebecca, you just lost on that one. It was right on the line, right over. So it will be Stephanie who wins. $5. I'll send you both $5 through Venmo, and there are only a few balls left, 6 balls left. So good luck next week. Unless Maggie wants to award a winner today.
Do you want to, what, do you want to do it again?
That's up to you, or we could just roll it into Ian's ear.
We're not going to do it next week?
Oh, yeah, sorry. We'll do it next week, and then next week we'll have a guaranteed winner.
Yeah, there we go. We'll just keep going till we'll just keep going till we win it.
So next time is 120. Good luck next week. Great.
Thank you. Thank you, Nick. So I wanted to share something. You know, we've kind of been, you know, under a pandemic this last year, and I have been hearing people, you know, say, oh, we're not doing much, or, you know, we're, you know, that we haven't been able to do anything. But I wanted to give you a list of the stuff that I just threw together. This is not for the whole year. This is just for kind of since January. And I've probably left some things out, but I wanted to just have you take a look at all the things that we've actually done or are about to do. You know, the highway cleanup is coming up, but we've been pretty busy. So I just want to recognize all of you and thank all of you for this, because I think the part that we feel that we're really missing out on is the in-person fellowship piece. And that makes us feel like we're not quite the club that we want to be. But in terms of service and activities, we've still been out there doing a lot. And I want to thank the committee chairs and the people who have kept these things going and doing it. So just wanted to, and also give a shout out to Fellowship that's worked really hard to support members. One of the things that is coming up now is you've all received your dues notices, and they've given an explanation of where those dues go, so you understand. One of the things that you know, we're working toward in Ian's year is getting us back into meetings. And And so that is something that we're hoping will come soon, and we'll have some ideas to make that happen. But we're also, board members are going to be reaching out to all of you and checking in the next week to just see how you're doing, see how you're, see how you're doing, and if you have any questions about the dues notice. So expect a call from one of us, and do not ignore us, please. Talk to us when we call you, because that is coming up. So, and the thing about the dues that makes it complicated is we have to pay our dues to Rotary International based on the list that they have for us. They have for us on July 1st. So we need to know if members are going to continue or not continue, because once they set that number, we pay your dues for you, whether you're here or not. So we have to really make sure that we're not paying dues for people who are, for whatever reason, not able to continue. So, so just be aware those calls are coming to you. And Howard, yes, the Pakistan was not listed on that because it was in the first half of the year, and I was sending that to the district. But yes, Pakistan was another project we did this year, and there's a whole list of things we did for the first half of the year that wasn't even included on that. So I'll have those for you too. So I apologize. I'm not sure what happened with our presenters. They did get the email with the notice, and but we'll get them, maybe hook them into sometime in Ian's year and have them come and talk. They're going to talk to us about harm reduction and what is being done locally to work with people who have drug addictions, to try to help them have a better life and keep them safe until they make a decision to stop using. So it's really important work, and we hope to hear about that. So we'll probably do that. I'm going to leave the floor open now to see if anyone has anything they want to share, because we don't often let you guys do that. So I'm letting you. Carol, I see your hand. Go for it.
I just wanted to make an announcement of one of those opening things that's happening this weekend. On Sunday in Trinidad is an otter walk. You've probably seen the otter art projects, and there'll be 5 different otters on display, including at the Trinidad Coastal Land Trust office where I work. We'll have a display and educational information and activities. It's from 11 to 3. So if you want a good excuse to come up to Trinidad and visit and see the beaches, and you can also take in some art. So that's kind of exciting to have something happening, opening.
That's awesome.
Well, I apologize for this in advance, but you really ought to go.
Yes, couldn't say it better myself.
Thank you, Dick. Amy.
Yeah, thank you. I just wanted to extend an invite to all of you to the first in-person Fortuna Chamber Mixer happening next Wednesday since January 2020 at Wild Souls Ranch. So it's outdoors, and would be an opportunity for all of you to make the trek to Fortuna and see the ranch and meet the animals, and just hang out and hopefully have a good time. So it's next Wednesday, the 16th from 5:30 to 7. And if you are interested, you can reach out. Our address isn't public, so feel free to reach out if you're interested, and I can give you the physical address and some details. But I hope to see some of you there. It would be great.
That sounds like it'd be fun, actually, to see what you guys are doing. I'm looking at my calendar to see if I can make that happen. But that is the night of the World Community Services meeting, so that's a challenge. But maybe I could do both, be on the phone and be, oh wait, no, who knows? I was gonna say be on the phone and driving and no, be on a horse, and on a phone. I don't know. I'll figure something out. Thank you, Amy. Anybody else have any kind of announcements? Nothing you want to share with the studio audience?
Maggie, I was just wondering when we're going to start meeting as a group. Is that I might have missed something.
We're working on the details of that. We're working on the tech. We've talked to the restaurant about costs. The meal costs are going to go up, but we figured out a way to cover that at least for this year. And we're just working out some of the details on how that could work, because the space that they have, our room is not set up to put 50 people in that space yet. So we're thinking if 30 people were in that room with the way they have it set up, we want to make sure we have the tech set up so that the rest of us can still participate in meetings. So those are some of the challenges that the board is working through right now. And there'll be more about that as we move forward. Ian will share more in his, once he's driving this bus. But we are working on it, Cam.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
It'll be exciting to get together finally.
Right. Everyone put your pants on and come to a meeting. Thanks for that question, Cam. That's important. Anything, Dustin? Oh, yes, Malinda, go ahead.
Oh, I'm just going to do a shout out, the Walk to End Alzheimer's. I'm always talking about that. They're actually it's October 9th. So they're actually it's still at this time attempting to do an in-person one, which is not near the Dorney Center. Of course, there'll be some, COVID safety protocols, but that will be nice because we couldn't do that last year. So if it's October 9th, so if you haven't had a sign up or anything like that, you can email me and I can get you all the details, but that will be in person as of now. So I wanted to do a quick shout out. I know we're a big part of it.
I think that one year we had a decent team showing up there from Rotarians. It'd be great to do that again if there's somebody besides Malinda or Rachel, since they're pretty busy with that whole thing. If there's anyone in our club who would like to lead that team charge, that would be great. That'd be something.
I'm happy to answer any questions too, because come September I'll be getting a little, I'll be less busy, assuming. Rotary's always been a big part. We always donate, and there's a team out there. And actually, Rotary is actually, it's, if you're not aware, it's part of a national mission now. So anyways.
That's great. That's great. That'll be a good event. Dustin, you have a couple more weeks before you become our district governor. Would you like to tell us how things will change in terms of how we relate to you? Do we bow? What's going to change for us as we go into the year of Dustin DGD?
DGL. Yes, bowing is absolutely necessary. Every time I walk into the room, there must be some sort of acknowledgement, bow or something like that. So thank you for clarifying and asking. So, in case y'all missed it.
Throwing things at you.
Yeah, that counts too. Tomatoes, heads of lettuce, whatever.
He
was a rock star. You got to throw acknowledgement in some way. Yeah, that's totally fine.
This may keep us from meeting in person. You realize the fact that we have to bow, we may just delay our meetings.
We may keep it online, for another year.
Yeah, just to avoid having to do that.
Through it.
Well,
no,
we wish you the best in your year.
No, thanks. I'm really excited. I'm not, who's counting the weeks or anything, but it's coming up fast. And I think anyone that's been a past president knows it's kind of the longest, fastest year you're going to have. So I don't expect the DG year to be anything less than that. But I'll be giving you guys continual updates and checking in throughout the year. I'm going to be at the club as much as I possibly can. But the first half of it's going to be a bit crazy, going to all the club meetings. A lot of places are opening back up now and planning to meet in person. So doing the club visits, it looks like a lot of them at this point are going to be in person because they're kind of being pushed back into mid-August and later for that reason, to let everyone kind of get acclimated with the new landscape around that. So that's really exciting to be able to get out of the office in the living room and see the landscape. So anyway, that's coming up. I'll plug the international convention that's going to be happening this weekend. If you haven't registered and you want to check it out, go check it out. It's virtual. They're really fun in person, and they put a lot of work into doing them and making these virtual events as interactive as they can. So there's a House of Friendship and other social areas where you can go. And then if you only make one thing or two things, try to make the opening and closing ceremonies. Terry's been to a lot of international conventions. I was at one with her actually over in Atlanta, and she can speak to how fun and inspiring these events can be. I don't know, Terry, if you want to plug it at all, but they're really, really fun to go to.
Well, this is the least expensive convention you'll be able to go to, and you don't, again, it's pants free, evidently. But they are, they're always inspiring, always remind me of why I'm a Rotarian for life. And I think that since you can do it from the comfort of wherever you sit in front of your computer, try not to miss this one. It's much less expensive than traveling to Taipei. Maybe not as much fun in some ways, but much less expensive.
And they're fun too because they, it gives you kind of the perspective that we are an international group, and you go to events like this that kind of get us out of our district and club, and it's like, oh wow, there's a whole world out there that's really really fun to see. So that's all I got for you, Maggie.
Thank you. And thank you, everybody, for your patience with the meeting today. I apologize for the glitches, but we had the opportunity to do some catch up. And I want to also mention that those of that Dick and Ian are very lucky we don't find members based on some of your comments in the chat. So consider yourself find in an unfined way. Everyone have a great weekend. Oh, I had one more slide for you. I'm sorry. Oh, forget it. It will be there for you next week. So thank you, everybody. Have a great week and weekend, and we'll see you next week. Oh, tomorrow. We'll see you tomorrow picking up trash.